was good with y'all? It's Keymajor back with another video for y'all today. So we got a short but fire video, another Cubeatz tutorial, breaking down the sample, giving y'all all the tips and tricks like usual. Hope you guys enjoy and learn something new, and let's get straight to it. Alright, so this sample is pretty simple. So this is the first layer I started with. And this sounds completely different from the final sample, but I'm gonna show you guys how I flipped it, manipulated it into sounding like the final product. So how I first got this is I went into Contact and I used this play box bank. I used the cute piano preset. After I selected that preset, I laid down these chords. So it takes these chords and arpeggiates them with a bunch of different sounds layered. So it does a lot of the work for you and it just sounds super fire. Only problem was it was really off time. So what I did was I rendered that out. Now after I put it on time, I threw it into Melodyne. Melodyne is some more sauce if you haven't heard of it, where it allows you to record an audio, throw it in here, and then it shows you the notes that are playing. You could go in here, tweak the notes. So I can move any of these if I want. And all I did was I moved the second half. I didn't like how the second half sounded, so I changed it into this. So that sounds a lot better. It fit the vibe that I was going for. And then I just rendered that out. So that's how I got the first layer. The effects on this layer, all I did was take out the lows. Then I added 2 instruments on top to make it sound more full. The first one was this Rickenbacker bass, and I just selected the Raven preset. Clicked on the guitar, I went to the bottom and I turned the tone down for both of these. So yeah, very simple pattern. I'm just following the root note from the original melody, and I just added these little stabs, took this, copied it over for the second half, and that was pretty much it. For the effects on here, I just have this EQ, and I just cut off a lot of the highs, and then I added this compressor, where it's just this bass Tamer preset. Then the main layer I added was this keyscape, and I used this Wing Upright Mono Dark preset to give it that old vintage gritty type of sound. And then I laid these chords on top. For the first chord, I just did a minor ninth. So if I click this on top of the root note, which is G sharp, a lot of the same notes are hitting. So I took this note up an octave, and then all I did was just strum them like this. Then to give it that dark / emotional feel, I just added a note on top. These are key to making your samples have more emotion, whether it's dark or melodic and sad. I added that, and then I just took these last notes up here, got them from down here just up an octave. Took this, copied it for the second half, just brought it down 4, and I kind of did the same process. I got this minor ninth, put it on the root note up an octave. A lot of the same notes are already being used. All I did was just copy some of the same notes over, like these two, doing Alt R to randomize the velocity and then Alt S to strum them. And the last chord, I just copied this over. I just removed a lot of the notes to give it a more simple, soft type of sound. No effects on here since the sound already sounds really good and perfect. And that was pretty much it for the main melody. But lastly, I added these vocals. So these vocals come from Splice, and this is the pack that it comes from, and this is the one that I downloaded and chose. If you guys want vocals like these but do not have Splice, I got a free vocal pack out now. Say something. I know you got it. So yeah, it's a completely free pack. Comes with a bunch of fire vocals you can drag and drop. It'll be the first link in the description down below. I dragged it in and I just chopped it up. So I had 2 sections. I had the main section, and it's just taking that, copying it over and over. For the second half, I switched out the ending, so it has a new ending. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And lastly, I just left that little tail at the end to transition into the second half, and that'd be a very abrupt cut. Well, that's pretty much it. I just chopped it up. Another huge key component that I forgot to mention is that the main melodies, I exported them and then I chopped it up into this new melody. it just gave it that perfect old vintage sample chop type of feel. And then that's why when I chopped the vocal up, I chopped it in the same pattern that I chopped the original melody, just so it could fit perfect. Then I copied this over for the second half. But that's pretty much it for the whole sample. On the master, I had this soft clipper, raising the volume, have this fruity limiter, kind of put a ceiling on the sample so it's not clipping. But yeah, that was pretty much it. This is the final sample. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole sample. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed, learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.